Hey everyone, and welcome to a new series on my channel, which will be featuring clips and highlights from my Pokemon Heart Gold Randomizer Nuzlocke streams. As you just heard, that's a mouthful, so we're simply going to be referring to this series as my Heart Gold Nuzlocke recaps. Sound good? Perfect. And with that out of the way, let's get to the recap. Within 2.5 minutes after starting the game, I run into quite the encounter. What we got?
Hi, how are you?
While excited, I do understand my actual odds of capturing this mon. But, as you never know until you try, I commence my attempt to lower its HP. Unfortunately, while trying to get its health into red, it faints. I wasn't too bummed out though, considering my odds of capturing it in the first place. Also, I only had Pokeballs, regular Pokeballs on me, and nowhere near enough to try to prolong a battle with this Pokemon. So with that out of the way, I make my way to the Alpha Ruins to see what else I can find. There, I encountered a Heracross that, for some reason, felt almost impossible to catch. I mean, I even put this thing in the red, and even used a netball on it. Finally, after catching it using 8 more of my Pokeballs, it was finally mine. While my friend Andrew in chat suggested I name it Hercules, since its design was based off a Hercules beetle, I explained how my actual Heracross from my personal silver playthrough was named Heracles, and didn't feel like naming it something so similar. So we ended up naming it Hera. From there, we make our way up to get the HM for Rock Smash, heal ourselves up at the Poké Center, and make our way to face our first gym challenge. Before heading for the trainers, I stopped by real quick to say hi to the one person that always believes in you in these games. With that out of the way, we take on the true trainers before Faulkner, which for some reason had very weak Pokemon. But hey, I wasn't gonna start complaining. Unfortunately, someone in my chat just had to point that out, and what awaited me was nothing less than annoying and a close call. Faulkner starts off with a Makuhita, which Snips was able to deal with using minimal effort. The real trial was his ace, which I was not expecting, Corsola. Don't let its appearance fool you now. That thing is the spawn of the devil.
Oh no, I'm gonna be here forever!
Now what this little turd decided to do was harden for the first few turns, which in itself isn't the worst thing in the world. The real issue was the fact that this thing knew recover. This was the worst case scenario for a physical attacker with no boosting moves. On top of all of that, his Bubble Beam was actually starting to wear me down. I was legitimately concerned at this point. Fortunately though, I had one move to help bail me out in this situation. Focus Energy.
Wenny. Oh, wait. I have focus energy.
For those of you who may not be too familiar with this move, it's a boosting move which raises your critical hit rate. This was very big for me, since crit moves ignore Pokemon's defenses regardless of the boost it has received. A potion and a couple bullet punches later, I finally succeed in defeating Faulkner and his Corsola spawned from Tartarus.
I was struggling against a Corsola.
After healing up, I make my way to the Pokemart, where I receive an egg from the professor's assistant, who then proceeds to inform me that I got Billie Jean and that now I gotta raise the child or pay child support. After agreeing to take the egg, I decide to contemplate on my life, to try to figure out where it all went wrong. After spending what felt like an eternity walking back and forth, this little leg lets me know it's ready to face this world.
Stood up.
Believe it or not, I'd say I took it like a pro. So I would like to take a moment to show you something. Take a look at this roster. Notice anything? Take a pause if you need to. If your guess was, man, this dude's a lighter away from getting wiped, or don't tell this dude to get in the kitchen because it doesn't look like he can handle the heat, you would be correct. Most of this team has a terrible weakness to fire. To make matters worse, out of the only two that aren't weak to it, Max Steel is neutral but has terrible special defense. So he isn't a really trustworthy pick to take a flamethrower to the face. Anyways, after a long and careful discussion with Empty Melodies, you should totally check out his channel by the way, we decide on the name Miss Jackson. While she may not be no sweet child of mine, I still decide to do the responsible thing and do some switch training to catch her up with the rest of the gang. During this process, however, disaster strikes.
I can't. I'm freed. Nah, I'm taking all this for myself. I should have switched out.
While going at it during a battle of the fittest, both Huntail and the Squirrels you see evolve from the same mon, I get confused, hurt myself, and get crit, losing Yondu the Huntail, my first death in this series. After placing Yondu in the box, I continue with the training for the rest of my team and make my way to Union Cave. Right before I get in though, I find myself quite the surprise.
Whoa, baby! Yes!
Alright, that was a huge surprise. But come on, could you blame me for reacting like that? It's a Master Ball. A guaranteed catch on whatever legendary I might encounter that I would really want. I make my way to the lower floor, where I find my encounter for this cave.
Alright, what's our encounter? It's not bad. It's still weak to fire.
I wasn't too happy about it, but I needed to make up for Yondu. We encounter a fortress on our way out, and the first thing that came to my mind was... So I immediately switch out to Max Steel, predicting it and saving myself from another loss. Once out of the cave, I immediately head to the patch of grass to find a new member to finally have a full team of 6. For this next part, I'm gonna let what was originally gonna be its own video play out what happened.
I was Disney. Oh no! No! Oh, this stuck. All right, guys. We have a dilemma here. So, first of all, it's a pseudo legendary, right? So catch rate's high. But second of all, not only is the catch rate high, let me Google this real quick, okay? I'm going to tell you what Beldam's catch rate is. Even with sleep, Beldam has a 1.56 chance to catch. Alright? Let that sink in. Beldam, right, has a, even while asleep, has a 1.56 chance to catch. But you know what? I'm a fair sport. Oh, sorry, that's not even the worst part. Sorry. No, the worst part is I think all it knows is takedown.
I like those odds.
Yep. And it hurts itself. Alright, let's get Death. Alright. Let's try catching it. Let's try. Let's try Pokeballs first, alright? Alright, let's try playing it asleep again. Okay, it's asleep. It's in the red. Alright, let's try some Pokeballs. Oh, snap! I have a Master Ball. Oh.
Stop it. Get some help.
Is it really worth a Master Ball? I don't think so. I have a Psychic type. I have a Steel type. Granted, there are no Metagross. But come on, it's like... And it's another type that's weak to fire. Look, I'll try throwing some more Pokeballs, okay? I'll try throwing some more Pokeballs. Right? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You guys know it's not worth it.
After naming the Beldam Hubert, we make our way to talk to an old man at his home after he tried to pick a fight with some hoodlums. At first, I had no intention in getting involved with whatever beef he had with these goons, but then...
Let's go. Right.
So pumped with rage, we head over to Slowpoke Well. We take out a couple of grunts while wishing for none of them to have a fire type on their team in the process. Joe here, however, has a Togepi. By itself, this Togepi is no threat. The real danger, however, comes with the one move it knows, Metronome. This move can be any move that currently exists in the game. While at random, any and every Nuzlocke will know the fear, the RNG that always seems to be against us in these runs.
This little egg is dangerous. All because it knows one move. Yep.
Not only is Max Steel 4 times weak to ground, but this move hits the special defense, which, as I mentioned, is almost non-existent for this guy. We lose our second member, and I have the Bug Boys deliver swift and painful death to Joe's Pokemon. Upon defeating Trader Joe and his merry men, we rendezvous to the old man's place, where his granddaughter never has to feel lonely ever again. Max would be proud. After healing up, we fight and quickly defeat our friendly neighborhood emo boy of a rival to let off some steam, grind our levels a bit, and end the stream, leaving the gym for the next stream, where hopefully I will see you all this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This concludes the recap for Week 2 of my Heart Gold Nuzlocke. If you're wondering what happened to the Week 1 recap, well, I didn't really get the recommendation or the idea to do this till a couple of days ago. So at this point, it's pretty late to try to do a Week 1 recap. But if you're interested, always feel free to go check it out yourselves. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and make sure to leave a like and comment if you enjoyed. So if you stay till the very end, I'd like to take a moment to go off script here. This was my very first time ever doing any voice recording to go on the background for any video. Normally my clips or my videos are just clips of streams I've done. Nothing's ever really been fully done with any audio on the side or in the background. So yeah, I had a lot of retakes specifically for the intro. And by the intro, I mean like the first words after the little intro thing I do. So once again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this little recap here. I'm going to do my best to get these out the latest Wednesdays, the day before I stream. All right. So once again, thank you everyone, and take care. Peace.